Some say this is the most precious Porsche ever produced. The new 911R bundles in the German brand's latest engineering technology, all into one highly limited edition, sought-after package. So how good is it? Well, today I'm travelling to one of Europe's most precious destinations to find out. The new 911R is one of the most desirable cars of a generation. Paying tribute to the original 911R of the 1960s, production of the latest variant is limited to just 991 vehicles. Each is powered by the German brand's fabled 4-litre naturally aspirated flat 6, the same as that found in mega cars like the GT3 RS. However, unlike that model, the R is rear-driven via a 6-speed manual transmission only. It is sold without navigation or a radio, it has no rear seats, and it loses sound insulation in order to achieve a 1,370 kilogram curb weight. But the 911R is more than just the sum of its numbers, much more. If you've ever wondered what a 4-litre Porsche engine sounds like, well, try this on for size. There's this great sense of anticipation every time you go to climb the rev dial. It's just like this massive crescendo that you want to get to. Listen to that, that is amazing. So where do you take the automotive version of purity? Well, in our case, we head to the source of one of Europe's biggest living and breathing organisms, the Rhine River. Our journey begins, rather fittingly, on German Autobahn, where it's time to start exploring the 911R's 323 km/h rev ceiling. The journey takes us from Porsche's global headquarters in Stuttgart, south along the E81, over the Swiss border, and then onto the E41 past Zurich and into Lucerne. The origins of the Rhine, Lake Thoma, are not accessible by car. However, the Oberalp Pass that leads to the final walking trail of Lake Thoma offers one of the best stretches of driving bitumen in all of Europe. Now, the first thing that you notice about the 911R is that yes, it is a back-to-basics car. In striving for the whole purity angle, Porsche has basically rid the cabin of anything that would impede performance, and you notice it as soon as you get in. The carbon-backed bucket seats offer no tilt adjustment for the backrest, so you're in a fairly set position once you're in the chair, and it is set right down low in the cabin, just like a race car would be. Now, speaking of race car, this thing has quite a few familiar crunches and bangs and grinding as you take off. Now, luckily for me, this car has satellite navigation fitted as a no-cost option. Normally, you just find a huge hole here where this center screen is positioned, so no radio, no sat-nav or anything else. It would be totally unfair to focus on what the 911R doesn't have. Under the skin is the same basic structure of the GT3 RS, including its 4-wheel steering and carbon ceramic brakes. But the 911R strips things back even more. Pared back simplicity courses through its veins, extending to the lightweight magnesium roof, carbon bonnet and front wings, plastic rear windows and rear screen. It really is a race car built for the road. But the surprising thing in the way that it drives is that it actually is softer than what I would have thought. Even compared to the GT3 and the GT3 RS, this car is quite a lot more livable as a road car. It's got dual stage dampers, and even when they're set to their firmest sports setting, it's by no means uncomfortable. With the manual transmission fitted, it's almost like talking to a real person rather than speaking to them through a webcam. It just adds another element of cohesion between car and driver. The destination for our drive, near Andermatt in Switzerland, is stunning. Equally as good are the roads that lead to its 2,044 metre summit. And not surprisingly, the 911R revels in the conditions. The 911R is a real driver's car, and it feels like Porsche's made a concerted effort to get the driver involved as much as they can. On the road and through the corners, it likes to bob and weave a little bit, almost like a prize fighter. And it's got a little bit more body roll than what you'd expect, much more than the GT3 RS. It just seems to roll onto its haunches and then just sit there. So while it moves around a bit, it's very predictable. The ceramic brakes fitted to this vehicle are absolutely immense in their stopping power. It means that you can go full bore in a corner and know that you're going to pull up every time. I can almost just feel my eyes popping out of my head down this mountain pass. It's pretty epic. I think the takeaway feature with this car is just that front end. The amount of grip and communication you get, it feels as though it's never going to let up through corners. There's plenty of bite and it feels faithful through the front wheels. I love that soundtrack. Quite simply, the 911R embraces its purity, engaging the driver on a level unmatched by arguably any other road car. It nails its brief as an analogue anachronism in a digital world. Now both the Swiss Alps and the 911R are like the perfect synergy. They really are a symbol of purity, and in the case of this car, it's absolutely magnificent on these roads. But I'm going to stop talking because I've got some great twisty stuff in front of me. This is going to be fun.